everybody, it's your favorite host, Rikeme, and it's Thanksgiving week. I don't know what you're thankful for. I'm thankful for my family, I'm thankful for my friends, I'm thankful for my school, even though if I really do not want to be in school. I'm thankful for people I've met this year. I'm thankful for my tutor. I'm thankful for my close friends. I'm thankful for my city, like you all know, or my seasoned listeners know, I shuffle between Abuja and Lagos. But I'm really thankful for the year. This year, I came into this year without thinking about a bucket list or I said a bucket list without a vision board, because during that holiday, the Christmas and New Year holiday, I was really just exhausted from 2022, and I did not just even want to put in effort into doing anything new. But I'm really grateful that my year turned out awesome. I interned, my results were not sparkly, but I didn't feel I learned how to drive, I learned how to cook. I had a wonderful birthday. My birthday was phenomenal. My birthday this year is the best birthday I've had in the last, how old am I? 10 years, if I'm not exaggerating. 10 years. So my year has been awesome. Things I said passively that I was going to do, I actually did them. I said that, I was going to intern in Lagos. I stayed back and I interned in Lagos. I said I was going to learn how to drive. I learned how to drive. Though all these things were passive statements, they actually happened. So my year is beautiful. I'm grateful for my year. I hope every other person out there has a beautiful Thanksgiving. On today's episode, I'm going to be talking about things nobody told me about uni. That's university, college, whatever you call it, wherever you are. In Nigeria, we call it university. Your degree, things nobody ever actually told me. And I think that when we get into university, they always tell you things like, now you're going to be on your own. Yeah, typical cliches that we hear a lot of the times. But there are some very deep things I think that nobody actually ever says. I asked a lot of people around me to share what they wish they knew when they got into university and what they think people do not talk about enough, people do not say enough. I have a list with me presently, a list of 10 things, and I'm just going to be adding any extras at the end. The first thing is relationships. The first thing on my list is relationships. A whole lot of the times, coming from high school, we got the perception that, we're still kids, we're still small children, and we don't need to know a whole lot of things. We don't need to be so open, and we should wait. We don't need to have sex in high school. We don't need to kiss anybody. We don't need to date. When we get older, when we get into university, we can get to do all that. But I think that's such a bizarre lie. I won't even say it's a lie. It's such an unfurnished truth. You get into university and a whole lot of people, because of they've been told all these things, that now they get into uni and now you're older and you're wiser, and that is not the case, because you're still, at least when you just get into the uni, you're still young and you're just exploring. So I think in the space of exploring, we should not over-explore, especially in romantic relationships. You meet a lot of people you actually do not even like, but you start dating them because you think you're older and you need to have a relationship. That's totally not true. And for me, relationships also extend to friendship. I'm not a very social person. I really like people, but I think people don't really like me. That's what I will use as my excuse. But I'm not a really social person, and because I'm not a social person, I find it very hard to make friends. And I think the reason why I found, apart from minus this attributing factor, the reason why personally I think I found it very difficult to make friends, I had a whole lot of friends from high school. Let me not say a whole lot of friends from high school, but I had people from high school that I knew that we all came to the same university together, and our clique of friends were friends. Obviously, immediately we got into uni, and because of that, we did not explore other people. Like we worked together all the time, we ate together, we literally lived together. Like we shared the same room, we shared everything, and because of that, we are all just coming into this new space, and we are all extremely lonely, but we have familiar faces. And because other people see us with other people, they automatically think, like, other people see us in a clique, they automatically think that, oh, these people already have their clique, so they don't need me, they don't need to talk to me. Like, I don't know whether I'm making sense. And because of that, so I think when you get into university, like that first 6 months, give yourself the ability to explore friends. Like, you can pick and drop people. That's where life is. I'm not saying that you should be a manipulator, but like, you get to test the waters with people, get to even have acquaintance. Like, in defining friendship and defining acquaintance, I think that I'll do that for another day. But like, have acquaintances, people that you just see and say hello to, people that you don't go deep on deep, but people that, you know, they still share things with you, you can have conversations with, you can see outside and just smile and wave at. Next on my list is fashion. You would buy clothes, oh my god. Like, nobody told me that when I get into uni, because I went to boarding school, and when you go to boarding school, you're literally home for Christmas break 3 weeks, Easter break 3 weeks, then you come for summer is like 2 months, and that's it. The time you actually get to actually go out is during summer breaks. Like, you don't really get to go out like a typical day student who has weekend and evenings. You're just in your uniform, so the clothes I really had were limited, they were not a whole lot. And I came to university and we had to wear clothes, like we had to not wear uniform, and you have to give what you're meant to give. You have to be giving. You cannot be saying that, oh, okay, I cannot. You would buy clothes. Like, nobody told me you would buy as much clothes that you buy. And luckily, I'm even a law student, so we just have to wear black and white. But notwithstanding, you're still subconscious. Like, oh, when was the last? Like, I don't want to be wearing these clothes every 3 days. Let everybody not use these clothes to know me. So when you get into uni, you're going to buy clothes for sure. The third thing is money. I think that is like an unknown known fact. Does that make sense? Like, everybody knows it, but like, it's still so unknown that you would actually spend that much money as you spend. And compared to, like I said, I went to boarding school, and because I went to boarding school, in my boarding school we didn't handle money at all, like on a zero level. So I didn't really have to like be thinking and be budgeting and be doing all those things. All those things were already done for me. And coming to university, you have to learn how to manage money, because university is like, not like university, you are an adult, but in the spirit of you being an adult, you are also still a child. So you're not working for this money, you're more or less being given the money. But even with the fact that you're being given the money, you have to budget. You have to learn how to budget, you have to learn how to spend, how to manage, because there's always, in a place like University of Lagos, there's always something to spend money on. There is always money to spend on food. There's money to spend on food. There's always food to spend money on. There's always new clothes. There's always this new place to hang out at. There's always a new party. There's always something that you have to spend your money on. And like, people don't talk about it enough. You need to learn how to manage your money. The fourth thing is food. There is no food in uni. I think I have said this in a later episode. Eat as much as you want when you're at home. There is no food in university. If you want to be eating like top tier foods, you're going to be spending top tier money, and it's still not even the same thing. Like, when I was coming to Lagos time around, I was telling my siblings that, oh, compared to when I'm like in Abuja with my family, now if I do not cook, if I do not buy food, I'm going to go hungry. Nobody's like, I'm not coming home and mommy has made dinner, or oh, I'm just waking up and asking everybody what we're eating for lunch. Like, that is not happening. If I don't cook, I'm going to be hungry. Nobody's asking, oh, have you eaten? Maybe if you have boyfriends, but like, there is no food in uni. tutors, I think one, if you're an introverted person, and you can afford it, like there is the privilege of being able to afford things, but if you can afford it, go have tutors, go for tutorials. I think there are some people that coordinate free tutorials. First of all, it's a means to socialize, but it's a means to know what you're getting into. Like, you can never know, or you can never be prepped for university academically, any like relationship, social wise, economically, until you get into uni. And you not being in uni, you have to get knowledge from people that have been doing this thing for a long time. And a whole lot of tutors might be older students or graduates, and they've done what you're about to start doing. So like, I wish I knew I needed a tutor. Like, I would have started that like straight off from year one, first semester. But I didn't start tutorials till like my second semester, year 2. And I really wish I had been more wise. Let me not even say more wise. I wish I had been more exposed. I never knew it was something that people did, because my other siblings, my brother went to a federal school, but he was more or less very relaxed, and my sister went to a private school, so there was really never really talks about that. But like, the power of tutorials and tutors are out of mind. It's like a secret weapon that I think everybody should have, especially if you can afford it. Then start building your CGPA. I had this when I entered year 1, but I did not understand the power of it, because when you're in year 1, I won't say year 1 is easy, because I find it hard to adjust to a new place. I came to Lagos for the first time coming into uni. A whole lot of people were like me, and adjusting to Lagos in itself is a lot, because Lagos is a city that you have to adjust to. Either you adjust to it or it kills you. And adjusting to Lagos was a lot, like coming from very mellow, calm boarding school, Abuja, and I had never been here before. I had never met, I didn't know anybody, and it was a lot to handle actually. But like, having like, I wish I actually put in a whole lot more effort. Like, I sit here, I read now, and I didn't even read in year 1. Like, I was just playing, and I regret it. And yes, I regret it, because I hate having regrets, but this one, I really do regret it. I wish I had a 5 points in my year 1. That would have been awesome. But don't kill yourself about it if you are like myself. There is always room for improvement. There is always room to be better, to build up. Never get yourself, because the thing about universities, if you put yourself in a box and you get yourself in a very tight spot, it's very difficult to bring your mind out of that spot. And if you don't bring your mind out of that spot, you stay there and you die there. Like, so try to build your CGPA as early as you can, and don't make foolish mistakes in your year 1. I have stories for this about people that said some things they should have not said, wrote letters they should have not written, and people took pictures of them. And the thing is, the internet never forgets, and because the internet never forgets, your classmates never forget. So the stupid mistake that you made in your year 1, that you think, okay, we're all young and stupid, by the time you get to your final year, it comes back to bite you in your ass. Don't kiss people you're not meant to kiss. Don't grab people you're not meant to grab. Don't say things you're not meant to say. Whenever you do something, think about your 25-year-old self, whether this will make sense before actually doing it. Then join a religious group if you are religious. I won't say I'm a religious person, but I'm a very devout Christian, and I think those are two different things. I'm not all for religious groups. Anybody who is for it, whether you're Muslim or you're Christian or you're Buddhist, whatever, just join a religious group and stick to it, because it allows you to have a community, and community is very important in university. So join a religious group and stick to it. That's if it could be helpful. I'm not in one, I'm just saying what I've seen people do. Then party as much as you can in your year 1. Some people say final year is the time to party. I'm not yet in final year, so I cannot say. But with my knowledge so far, I don't have time to even like talk to people any longer, because I'm getting busier. It's getting busier and busier by the year. So like, if you know you want to party, you want to experience, you want to explore, do that in your year 1, because that is the period in time you get to like experiencing, that's your first era, like your open door into this university thing. And you, because you're so, I don't know how to explain it, I think I'm short of words, but like, just make sure to party as much as you can in your year one. Time in itself is limited and university is short, so if before you know it you're year 4, and before you know it you're year 3, and you've been so busy doing students work and doing student things, you never had time to party. And nobody sends who your daddy is. That's the last thing on my list. Nobody cares who your daddy is. I don't know about other universities, but in a place like University of Lagos, I don't think, I've not experienced it, so maybe people might have a different opinion from myself, but nobody cares who your father is. People might be all caught up in, okay, your daddy is this, you are that, but at the end of the day, people will look and carry their face. Like, people would be there for just that moment. Like, it's not that big of a deal. You would come and you will find people that are better than you, people that are bigger than you, people that you never even expected to be like so big. You would find them. So nobody really cares whether your daddy's $10, your daddy's Dangote. You'll have the gold diggers and the parasites around you. That's true, but like, the real people won't really care. And some notable things I heard some people say when I asked them was, university is not just about books. This is it was a friend of mine that said this, and I really agreed with her fully. She was like, university is a place for exploration, it's a place for knowing yourself. Like, don't just focus on the books. The books are important. That is the utmost important, the pinnacle of the whole experience. But it is a life experience, and allowing yourself to enjoy it makes your university days better. Because, like I said, university is short. Like, yeah, in year 1 this minute, before you know it, you're in your final year, before you know it, you're out of uni, and you're being thrown into the real world. So, and another person said that uni is a time to explore as much as possible. I think I've said that a whole lot of times in this episode. Explore. And the thing is, you cannot say you won't like something till you actually get to do it and say, okay, this is not for me. Like, pick and choose as much unions or as much units or as much clubs and societies you want to join, and explore them. And like, I'm studying law, and in a career like law, you have a lot of dynamics that go into it. It is not just litigation like everybody sees on TV. There is a lot, and you never know what you like till you actually start doing it. Then, on the aspect of relationships and growth, I think finally what I would like to conclude with is we should be more forgiving with ourselves. Like, in our experience, like, one of my points was, don't make stupid mistakes in your first year. They come back to bite you later on, and people do not forget. They do not forget, I can tell you for sure. But like, learn to forgive yourselves for mistakes you committed. Like, everybody is doing this for the first time. If you're a freshman, you've never done being a freshman before, and you would not be, even if you go to another university and start again, you have never been a freshman in that university that you're starting again at. So allow yourself to breathe, forgive yourself for mistakes, and live your life, because university will never come around again in that way, in that form in which it is coming around. So enjoy it, enjoy the moments, enjoy the people around you, even if they are excruciating. Learn and unlearn, and just live in the moment. So that's all for today on It's Not That Deep. I hope you enjoyed the episode. I hope to see you again. Do well to follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and don't forget to like the episode, save, leave a comment down in the Spotify link, and don't do well to answer our polls. I hope you've been blessed, and this is Rukeme.